Welcome back. I'm Donna from the Lost Closet. I'm going to show you how I used Flyp. There's more ways to use it. You can keep actual track of your numbers. I just use it as a place to hold my listings in case if they get lost on eBay, and it's a fast way for me to delist. I'm aware that there's List Perfectly, Vendu, and probably a dozen more that I don't know about. Cross listing platforms, but this one is by far the cheapest, and it doesn't have all the bells and whistles as some of the other ones. So if you're new to reselling and you want to start cross posting, or you've done what I did, like forget to delist something and then it sells again on a different platform, this might be something you're interested in or trying out. I pay, I think, $9.95 a month, say $10, which is really inexpensive. It's like $1,200 a year, and it suits me. I will probably eventually upgrade, but for now, this suits me. So I'm going to just jump in and show you how I use it, and go over briefly other ways that you can use it. I generally start my listings on eBay and I finish them on eBay, and then I load them into Flipped, and then I cross post them. That's how I do it. So let's get started, okay? Okay, so we are going to start with some drafts that I wrote the other day, and I'm just going to put a couple in there. When you are on Flipped, when you cross post, you have to have the other platforms open. It won't, you have to have them open, you have to be logged in. But I'm just going to click like three. Let's make them all earrings. Come on. That's not an earring. And then I'm going to go up here. And those were already started. So I'm going to just send them live on eBay. I'm going to select all, and I'm going to hit submit. And this should only take a few seconds normally. Okay, so now we're done. So I'm going to go to Flipped. Oh, that was the last thing I just sold. And you're going to go to bulk import, and you're going wherever you are pulling your listing from. And I'm sure there's a way you can, or maybe there's not, because Flipped is an extension. So I think you have to have the listing started. You can start it from here, I believe. I'll show you in 1 second now that I think about it. So all of the ones that are already imported are going to say that they're imported. So I can just hit select all, and it's only going to choose the three that I just put on eBay. And then sometimes this takes a minute, sometimes it does not. No, okay, we're good. So we have our listings imported, and I'm going to just do this. These are from that jewelry bag. That they were all like Egyptian jewelry or whatnot. So here is the Takia and earring set, gold tone multicolor dangle drop, India. So they're unbranded. I don't know the brand. And the condition already comes up. The color already comes up. You can add a secondary color. That's my SKU. I wrote it in May of 25. And you're going to type in the tags that are associated. I'm going to do jewelry, India, belly, dance, I can't type, and gold tone sets. I'm not sure what the limit is. I just type in whatever comes to mind, and I try to make the more important ones in the front and the less important ones on the back. So, and then your weight's already transferred if you want to make a note to yourself. The dimensions, that's probably wrong. They're probably more like 6, well, maybe 10, 6, and 2. And these are going to go in a little box. And I'm going to save that. You can change that, and you can put your cost of goods in here, which is probably $1.72 or in that ballpark somewhere. And you hit save. I do not sell on Shopify, Etsy, Facebook. So I was thinking about maybe trying Etsy out for Q4. We'll see. So Depop is my poorest performing platform. So for one, they only let you have 8 images. So I make sure that the best ones are in the 8. And then I just type in accessories, this jewelry. You can do casual, festival, going out. There's a whole, they won't let me do it anymore, but there's a whole host of things you can select from. And earrings, here's they are. And your condition. And what's odd is most of this is optional. I think it should be. Now, I don't know what year. I don't know if they're modern, but the style, here it'll show you modern, the years, and antique. Sometimes I fill that out if I know it. And then here you have, come on, it's not sportswear. So I would do costume. Huh. I don't know. Well, other keywords I would use would be like belly dance, ethnic, all that good stuff, but that's not in there. Maybe that's why there's not a lot of sales on Depop. Now here I just type in other, unless if I know the brand. Sometimes it is a brand and it won't come up. I don't know if it's operator error or a flaw in their thing. Then you would put your location, address, and then your parcel size, which would probably, why did I do that? Be like 4 ounces. So, and then you would save or list. I'm going to save it. And then I go to Mercari, and Mercari is pretty easy. Everything's the same. And then I just type in earrings with 2 R's on them. And then you can choose buyer pays or you'll pay. And there you go. And that says 8 ounces, which probably should be 4. Sometimes eBay, they have, it automatically puts a weight in there. I don't know why. And I miss it. And then you can save or list. You could do the smart pricing. I'm going to save. And Poshmark is easy too. And you can move these around, you know, and you can also edit them too. When they're, I'll show you how to edit them to get the back, because it does have a background remover. I should have done that first. Women's jewelry, earrings. And then you can list or save. And then if you go back up here, my computer's running slow. So say if you want to, you can remove the background. Oh, that actually did a nice job. You can change the colors. Oh, I might do that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm going to save that. And it has a cropping, but it's hard to adjust it. So you can rotate it if you need. And then the brightness, saturation, all of that's in there. But I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to make that my first picture because I like that better. And then you can just go down to save. Did we save? We did. Here is your Poshmark share. You can schedule it. You can do it continuous. I wouldn't recommend continuous. All of your closet or a portion, you can set your limits of what you want to, how much you want to share, randomize, current order, switch order, fast or slow, and then you can just start and it will automatically start. I don't know with this. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, while I'm making drafts on eBay, I'll share my closet. Most of the time it works properly, but sometimes after it shares like 100 or 200 listings, I'll get a message, whew, we're cooling off your closet. So, I mean, it's there. Most of the time it works, sometimes not so much. And then you can automatically follow people. You can share other closets through here. And you can do how many shares per closet, the date range. I don't always use this feature. You can follow bulk offers, 20%, no discount, you know, and then you can set your earnings, anything under $5 and start. And I think, oh yeah, and then there's the days, how many days it's been listed. You can exclude that. And I don't know. And that works. Sometimes I have to reset it, but it works most of the time. And no matter where you go, there's going to be a glitch. And it'll show you your orders. You can track your order. It shows you where it's sold. This is kind of new. That says pending shipping, but that already went out this morning. So you can go back and look in here. And, well, this is new. I haven't really looked at this. This eBay, oh, this is brand new to me. So I guess you could have changed that amount because this last time, that should not be there because I already send offers. But you can send offers automatically on Mercari, which I did not know. And let's just do that. And then eBay, and I think I'm running a sale, so I'm not going to do that. And Depop and see if that helps. Look at that. And then down here, it's sending out offers. That I don't know how long that's been there. If anyone knows, drop it down in the comments. I should have done a looky-loo at everything that I wanted to talk about before I started this video. And analytics. My analytics are going to look like crap because I put in it sold for $1 and it cost me $1. I use this solely to store my listings and get them delisted quickly and sharing and sending offers. I do not use this to keep my numbers, but it'll tell you how many sold, numbers of items you listed, average sale price is $1 because that's what I put in there. And it'll tell you where your money's coming from, your categories that are doing well, number of sold items by marketplace, and average sale. And of course, this is going to be across, and eBay is almost all the time the winner because that's where I sell the most. And you can export that to wherever you want. That's going to be it for now. When you say if something's sold, you can click on it, and then down here You can mark it as sold, mark as not listed. Sometimes, with any platform or any extension or whatever, sometimes there's going to be glitches. Sometimes it'll be say it's listed, but it's really not there. That doesn't happen that often. But you can automatically delist and relist on eBay, or you can just delist it on eBay. And all of this information is here. I don't want to go too far down because I think there might be some um, of my information. And then you can edit this, you can edit that, you can view your listings, and we just did that one. And we can mark it as sold. Let's see. And then what I do, well, because my cost, I put it in there. I do $1 and $1. You can put your marketplace fees and your shipping costs, which will give you more of a accurate bottom line for you. So let me know what you think about Flipped. Again, I only pay like I think it's like $10 a month for it. So it's way cheaper than the other ones, and the other ones do have more to offer. This is just very basic, no bells, no whistles. They do obviously add stuff as they go, and they make improvements. So it's in this Chrome extension, so it's not like a website. So let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And thank you. Bye bye.